Good afternoon, Bermuda. When the House of Assembly met to debate the budget for the Department of Statistics, financial assistance, and other matters, it came to our attention that the Household Expenditure Survey had yet again been delayed. Now, the reason this matters is because a lot of our economic statistics are based, in fact, on the Household Expenditure Survey. We assume certain things are facts when they aren't. For example, the Consumer Price Index is dependent on a Household Expenditure Survey that was done in 2013. This assumes that a certain number of people are not only in Bermuda, but they're spending their money the same way. So that means that when we look at making national policy to recover our economy, we're just making decisions based on flawed assumptions. And so the twice delayed Household Expenditure Survey is supposed to be funded this year, but it's been twice delayed, and we have a problem with that in the One Bermuda Alliance. This issue is because we're spending a lot of money on recovering our economy, a lot of time on recovering our economy. Our economy matters because people matter. Economics isn't about statistics, it's about people, people's choices and lifestyles. And as it stands right now, we're making bad decisions based on flawed data. Moving on to financial assistance. It's quite clear right now, as we move about the city of Hamilton, that we are not in a good state. There are people wandering around the city of Hamilton right now, disheveled, lost, staring, wandering around. What are we doing for them? We're clearly not serving the most vulnerable in our society, and every society is measured primarily by what it does for its most vulnerable. And what are we doing for them? Our biggest problem right now, certainly one of the biggest as it relates to assisting the vulnerable, is that 50% of awardees on financial assistance, that's 50% of the people on financial assistance, are pensioners. Just think about that. These are the people who have already contributed to their families. They've contributed to the economy, to our businesses, to our education, and they should not be vulnerable. This is the time when they should enjoy the twilight years. And yet they have to concern themselves with everything from the cost of food, to the cost of housing, to the cost of prescription medication. What's even worse, given the aging demographics in Bermuda, is the PLP government have no plan to accommodate the pensioners who will undoubtedly be joining that list of awardees or vulnerable persons who need our assistance. That means more people will wind up on financial assistance, and more people will wind up on financial assistance. What does that look like? All of this is closely connected to everything from our immigration policy to our employment strategies. And so this is why financial assistance isn't a question of persons not taking care of their own affairs. It's about a country that isn't taking care of its own affairs. This progressive Labour Party government is failing and needs to do better or be replaced.